Alright, Eugene Backyard Repair here with another. We got ourselves a Homelite. What? Can't see the model. LX? XL? I don't know. Can't see it. It's got something on the tag here. Looks like green paint. It is a Homelite LX. But I can't see the rest. Oh wait. Just says Homelite XL. I thought it was an LX. No, it's not the same as the last video. Same person, different saw. Dropped this one off today. He came with a different one that I had the video on. Whew. Yeah, I don't know what the green paint was from. But it came with another one that I already did a video on that I forgot to clean the oiler on that one, so it was back. He's not getting charged for it coming back and saying, yeah, it's got a lot of green paint on it. I don't think I'm gonna get that off with the starting fluid, but anyway, so yeah, he dropped it. So I thought this was the same saw. I thought the oiler had failed on both saws, which would have been real strange to me, but no. The oiler didn't work on the one, and this is a different one out of the barn. That's latex paint. That's why it's so hard to get off. You can't really use cleaner. You just gotta scratch it off. Anyway, so don't know what's wrong with this one. I don't even know if it runs. So we're gonna get into it. First thing we're gonna do is see my other video on the other Homelite. The muffler failed on the other Homelite. Plugged up. The first thing we're going to do is pick up tools from the last video. And we're going to get the tools out and take this off. This time we're taking off the bar. We're going to make sure the oil is clean and everything. Alright. Grab some good old American tools, it's old style. Shouldn't be enough. Can't say it doesn't have metric, because even back in the 70s you find stuff with metric when they're trying to get everybody to switch over. Alright. Wrench for this, or socket I mean. Take this off real carefully. I just want to make sure the screen's clean and the muffler, so we're not pulling on this thing for no reason. And then when we're on, should be a two-piece muffler like the last one. No, this one the screen's clean on. She's clean. Go ahead with a little starting fluid or carb. I'll use a little carb clean just to make sure that we clean off the screen well. That'll help break up the carbon. Brake cleaner, or the carb cleaner will help get rid of some of that carbon. And then we'll just hit it with the air gun. Just to make sure she's clean. Whew, there's some carbon in that muffler, boy. It's hard to see, but it's she's packed up pretty good. Most of this is loose, I don't really care about the carbon. I mean, it's a muffler. We just don't want loose carbon that'll pack up against the screen. What a pain in the butt here. Come on, just sit back on here. other half of the muffler. Just won't stay together, will ya? Got to be difficult. Is the discharge right? Make sure muffler's tight. What was that? 5/16. Alright, next we're gonna pause you for 1 second. I'm gonna blow some of this sawdust off this thing. It's pretty packed in around here, around the. I should have left the screwdriver out. Packed in around the heat shield and stuff. So, or heat tape, we're gonna call it. It's not really a heat shield. So we're gonna pause you 1 second. I'm gonna take the old air gun here and we're gonna blow it off. Gonna show you what's on the side here. We're gonna take a little acetone, clean some of this off. It's a lot of green paint. Like I said, it's not gonna make it run any better, but I think people appreciate it when you send it back cleaner than it came here. That'll bring me back in a minute. All right, we got it all cleaned off. Like I said, I know the gentleman owns this. He's gonna tell me didn't much matter if it was clean or not. It ain't gonna make it cut any better. It isn't gonna make it cut any better. So, but we cleaned it anyway. Just a right thing to do. Like I said, and people, they might not express it, but I'm pretty sure they appreciate it when it comes back clean. So, alright, so we got it cleaned off a little. Next we're gonna, pretty sure this thing's gonna run, so I think what we'll do is still clean. Is pull this bar chain off, and we're gonna make sure that the oiler is all cleaned out. I don't want a repeat of the other one. Whew, that's got a little tiny bolt on it. It's 3/8. Nope, 7/16. Oh, I always forget to take this air gun off. Leaks on the fitting, so I go grab the tank to spray something out or blow some dust off, and it doesn't work. Homelite's worse than the Craftsman is. It's like underneath the cover. This cover doesn't come off. I think the motor comes out the other side on the mat. Where's Matt? Here's the guard. Not exactly sure what this guard does, because must be just for the oiler system, because there's nothing to come out to here. I got the board up there from the last video. I wanted to make sure the oiler was working. I think this is so the chain can't skip up into the back here and not break the cover. Of course, I'm blowing the stuff off and I'm covering myself with sawdust in my eye. And we're gonna forget to take this off. Some of this sawdust is so impregnated with oil, it won't blow off. Take a screwdriver here and just scratch some of that off. Guess I could have took some cleaner and cleaned it too. There we go. Just a little starting fluid. so I can wipe some of this off. So first of all, so get some of that buildup off, and second of all, so it's not over on me. All right, I think next we're gonna get this plug out. Take a look. Homelite's got a great system for the plug too. There ain't much room. I think they use a 5/8 plug. Do I get the ratchet out on the floor? I think it's 5/8. I'm just going to go to a general check on this thing. Check, make sure all the, of course, Homelite's buries the carburetor up underneath the handle here. Yeah, there's a little plastic cover you can pull off here, but not really much access to it at all. I think you about got to pull 2 bolts here and I think 2 at the bottom and slide the motor right out the side. Plug's old. Here with the wire brush and clean it off. Just knocking some of the carbon buildup off the plug behind you. Running a little rich, but that's okay. Give it a little starting fluid there. I use brake cleaner. Brake cleaner is expensive. Just try to clean some of the carbon out between the electrode and the between the electrode and the side here, so it doesn't fire off to the side. Got it pre-cleaned out there. It looks okay. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on it. Come on, focus. But it's cleaned up. Trying to pick up a small dirt bike today, but gentleman said he had somebody coming and hasn't responded to me. If the person ever came. I'm gonna pause you 1 second. I'm gonna make sure I check my messages because when the camera's running, I won't get a message alert because it would mess up the audio on the video. Hang on. All right, I'm back. I don't see any message from the guy. Like I said, I was trying to pick up a small dirt bike today. Get on the channel, but no response from him. So we're gonna get back to what we were doing. Got plugged back in. I said this is Homelite, so it's not fun. There's not much room in there between the boot and the plastics. I think you got it started. Yep. Guess I could check for spark, but we'll just go on. I can always put my other plug in boot here. I think I got a test plug. Hang on. I have a test plug, but I don't see the cap. I must have put the cap on another spark plug and left the cap there. Hang on, I gotta find there's no cap on this, and they require a cap or. All right, I found the resistor on another plug. Put this in here. Maybe. I don't know. There might not be enough room in here. Need this to touch somewhere. Now, I'm not holding it because I'm not that stupid. I can get a screwdriver over the top of the muffler here just to touch that clip. Run. Okay, I'm gonna turn some lights off here. I don't know if it'll be dark enough with the door open. I just want to check for spark. No really good place to put this. Pretty sure up is on. Well, this sucks. There's no really good place to get the ground on this. I'll find out when I got it grounded. When I touch it. Yeah, I see a spark. I'm gonna give up before I really see the light. Cause it lit me up. So we have spark. Not sure what these things use for. Well, now I get the bar off here. Might as well finish cleaning it. Yep, we had the same problem as one of my other videos. You got these are oil passages. They must be clean. Let's grab me a pick out of the toolbox. Oh, this must be the original bar. Must be. Oh, them oil passages are really clogged. It's only a little tiny one. There's a hole here to collect oil, and then there's a little groove up here at the top that the oil comes out and gets the chain. All right, unfortunately, I gotta clean this off. All right, we popped the side cover off here. Took out 4 screws in the handle because this one. This is what's usually up behind this. More sawdust. It's thick, like thick. Yeah. So we're gonna pause you one more time. We're gonna get that all cleaned out. It's just in case you can't see how thick that is from back there. It is thick. There's the tank, and there's the edge of the sawdust. I mean, you can see it right there. So, that's definitely got to go. It'll end up overheating the saw. Alright, we'll bring you back in a couple minutes after I blow some more sawdust all over the floor and my shirt and get this cleaned off. But hang on, we'll be kind of move the camera down a little bit here. Hang on, we'll be right back. Alright, we got it all cleaned out back in here. But here's a rabbit hole. I think I'm going to end up having to take the engine out of this frame. I think the hose has got a hole in it. It goes between oil tank there, the black lid, and across to the other side. I let go of this trigger and stuff goes flying. So I think we'll bring you back. We're going to get this trigger out assembly down there where I'm holding. The rod, the spring. The linkage is 2 bolts on top. I think there's 2 bolts on the bottom. And pull the spark plug wire off. Fun. Alright, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to pause you here. And I'll bring you back when I get it apart. Alright, folks. She's apart. Trying to find something to wipe my hands off before I grab the camera. 2 bolts on the top, 2 bolts on the bottom. Gotta take out the spark plug. Gotta take out the electrical switch. Look at the amount of stuff in here and here. The oil lines falling off from here. I'm not sure if there's a hole in the pressure line, but it's just falling apart. Anyway, so we're gonna clean all this off. Hopefully the linkage won't fall anywhere. Maybe I'll tie it to the choke. I got the choke shut so nothing goes down the carburetor. And we'll see if we can get this oiler to work. Alright, we'll bring you back when I I get this all cleaned off. Like I said, I think I'm going to tie that to here so it doesn't fall. Yeah, it's a mess. Alright, we'll bring you back once we get all this cleaned off. Alright, we have the oil tank off and cleaned off. Out and cleaned off. This line right here, which is a supply line, is mush. It's just rotten. We're going to have to see if I can find another line and see how long this line is to get a new line in this tank. Yeah, this is the one that pressurizes the tank, which seems okay. We'll clip this one back. And then this is the one that feeds the pump. Bring in here, I'll show you where the pump is at. Some of them just pressurize and feed straight to. Right here. Comes in here, goes back out here, runs across the bottom of the thing into the oiler. That line seems to be intact. It was the one that went here that was mush. This one pressurizes. This one, so it comes out the top, the tank, to that rotten line, into here, out through here, and then over to the oiler system. So we'll bring you back. We got to get a new line in this tank. Like I said, this is a rabbit hole that probably this saw doesn't need, but you know it's got to be done because it can't be used the way it is. So we'll be back in a minute when we get it fixed. All right, new line installed. That's the feed line. This is the pressure line. The pressure line, you know, it doesn't really have any liquids in it, so it didn't rot, and plus it expands outward, not sucks inward. So it should be okay. All right, we're gonna bring you back in a couple minutes here. I'm gonna get this case back on that engine, and we'll see if the oiler works. All right, we'll bring back with you as soon as we're done reassembling this. Like I said, it's easy. Two screws in the top, 2 screws in the bottom. The linkage is the worst part, but we'll get it done. All right, we'll be back. All right, we got the case back on. We got the throttle linkage back on, which is not fun. Now we got pull start to put back on, handle, a couple more parts here, and it'll be reassembled at least to start it. Guess I should keep some stuff off the bench that I don't need here because it's in my way. Still don't know what I'm going to do for an air filter. The one in this one was kind of rotted. Wasn't much left to it. I think it was these 4 screws right here. Nope, I got one that's wrong. Put one in the wrong spot. That's okay. We'll get her. Ooh, these are 5/16. Ooh, got flying tools. Yeah, the one that goes in the handle looks the same as this one, except for it's not a nut drive, it's a round head. Yeah. I wonder how you would get a socket in there, because you can't. Wrong screw. Like I said, they're all identical, so except for this one has a rounded head on it. Pause this video again, I think, and go send the dogs out for in the yard for a little while. I'll get the screws back in this thing, and then I'll go let them out, and we'll see if this thing will start. It'll start. It looked pretty clean. I mean, the filter was long gone before I ever got to this thing. There was nothing left but a little piece, and it was just stuck against the cover. There's that raw line, man. This line is mush. All right, we got a handle. Go back on. Top is easier to get off this, but the bottom wasn't. 2 Phillips screws do that. One here. A screwdriver. Wrong one. Yeah, I'll find a piece of Scotch spray or something. Cut a circle of it and put it in here. There's that. There's that. This. Okay, what we got left? Chain. Sure we don't put it on backwards. Nope. Actually, no problem. Looks like the nut on the clutch is loose. No, it's not. It's sticking out. Alright. This is looked worse than it was. I don't like the design of these. Glad they changed saws since the 70s. It's a little difficult to get the chain in. And the bar falls off 3,000 times. And not a good system. Yeah, this one's real complicated. Of course, the tensioner is stopping me now. It's not dropping in the hole. Oop. Now it did. Not fun. Now we got to put the metal guard back on. Line up with the pin, rear, a washer, a nut that's stuck to the tools. And don't fall apart, because we didn't bring the socket with us. Of course we didn't. Why would we? I'll make a good video if everything was right in front of me. I'm going to snug this up just so the board doesn't fall off. And we can loosen it back up. Chain's okay. There's some more tools. If not, they're just going to end up on the floor anyway. Grab my flathead, loosen this back up just a touch. Man, this screw is buried. She's buried way inside here. It ain't straight, I can tell you that. Loosen this back up. Fell out of the screw fell out, or the tensioner fell out the damn bar. Yeah. Now let's try tension in there. Got better. Better if I could see back there, but it wouldn't be no fun. Still too much slack in the chain. I need that long screwdriver I had. They're way easier to get in there. First I put that away. Grab the long screwdriver. Maybe if I face this at you, I don't have to keep walking around the other side. Up on the bar because you adjust it with the chain down or with the bar down, then you push up and it ends up loose. She's too tight. Back off a little bit. Tighten it up until it's where I want it. Come on. Looks good. Pick up the chain, but it's not coming out this thing. If I have to readjust it, or take off these extensions. Not good to be like crooked on the bolt. Yes, I know I should be wearing a glove. Alright. I pause you like for the 80th time here, and I gotta go and let the dogs out. We'll be back. Alright, dogs are out. Made up a filter. Get that in here. I think it might be a little too big here. I wanted to make sure it got the whole air filter got covered. Alright, it doesn't interfere with the linkage. I see a hose. It's probably should be over it. Got it. Looks like I do. The light just to make sure I got it in there. It's in there. It's covered the carburetor. I know there's gas in this thing. Didn't smell bad. Oh, I put some bar oil in it. I saved it over here in the cup, which now is going to be impossible to get it back out the cup. Not into here, but I'm talking about just the residue. I have to leave this cup sitting upside down on a paper towel for the next 2 months. Uh-oh, I seen something I didn't like. Went to wipe out the cup and I found this in the cup. That looks like the vent off the top of the oiler tank. Yay! That means I have to take out these screws and those screws and take the cover back off this. Alright, bring you back one more time. Alright, we got the cover back off. Here, we'll bring you in here. I checked this tank over. Just see that? There's a little, whoops, little plug there. Boy, he's out with the light. There's none on this tank because I didn't think so, because it pressurizes the tank with the engine, which isn't a lot of compression. And then I wonder if this was dropped in there at the Factory. This is this right here. There's nothing on this tank. I didn't think this tank was vented because this one, as it draws the liquid out, it's got to bring in the air. This one pressurizes with the engine. So I wouldn't think there would be a vent on it, but I definitely found a vent in the cup. So we're gonna put it back together because I don't think that was supposed to be on that tank. I think it was dropped in at the factory and just sat in there. Because like I said, I looked, and it's not leaking oil. It's full. Now, got the hose here, the pressurized hose, the outlet hose. It's all there. So, and I had that tank every which way but loose, and it wasn't leaking on me. So, like I said, I'm guessing that was dropped in there years ago. Probably when the thing was built. There's only two explanations for that. This thing it sucks in there to the side and goes out that side, and so it sucks air in here and then goes out through this side, but this side is pinched flat. So it can't go in the hose because it wouldn't let air in at all into the tank. I thought maybe it was a check in the keep pressure in the tank, but it can't be because it would have to, because of the taper. It's got a bigger lip over here. It'd have to go in this way, and it would not let air into it. So it would let the vent outward, but it would never let air come into the system. So. Like I said, I was playing around with that tank over behind the camera and with the oil in it before I decided it was a bad idea and dumped it out. And it wasn't leaking out of the tank anywhere, so it wasn't like there was a hole in the tank and the oil was coming out of it. Hope it starts. Like I said, it's got fuel in it, and it's got plenty of oil. I can tell you that. I looked at the tank before. Fuel looks like she's a little bit over oiled. I have some non-ethanol fuel up on the shelf there that's pre-mixed, so I don't like the spark plug. I haven't said that once or twice. It's just hard to start it. Huh. There we go. No head spark, I already tested that before. Didn't do anything different. There's a on-off switch on the top here. Basically what happens when you flip the switch, the switch has got a plate that goes between the metal top of the switch and the bolt on the engine, so it ends up shorting the switch right to the engine. Alright, we got it on run. Well, let me move this. I cut this man, I will not be happy. Expensive. We'll leave our board up here, so we got this is a line from the other one. Hopefully we can get another oil line on there. I gotta put the plastic cover on too. Alright, chokes on. Oh, she started. She's a smoker. the bar back up. Holy smoky! Somebody put way too much oil on that gas. Woo-hoo-hoo! You almost can't see anything in the shop. Yeah, I hate to do it. You just, oh, no more chain loosened anyway, so had to be loosened back up. I don't see an oil line on the teeth here. So unfortunately, the only way to tell if this is oiling is to take this back off so I can see that spot, that hole on the side, and make sure we got oil coming out of it. Some of them don't put out a lot of oil, so you won't see a line until you're cutting it and start building up. Chainsaw. Yeah, because I don't see nothing coming out this hole. I know I put everything back on. I'm gonna have to run a wire up that line again. I don't see nothing coming out of it. I'm hoping. Oh, it's possible the oil could be no good, because there's oil on the line. I'll get my piece of pipe here and blow in the tank. Alright, I'll bring you back in 1 second. I'm going to try putting this on the tank and see if I can get it to come out through the pump. Nope, there's no oil coming out of the tank. Looks like I'm going to have to go through the fun of taking it all apart again. There's got to be another hole in one of them lines. It's hard to see in here. I can't see if it's leaking oil until it's built up on the inside. Yeah, you can't see nothing down there. But I just replaced the inside. I'm guessing that the outlet one is no good either. It's got to have a hole in it. Alright, if you want to watch me take this apart twice, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to end up having to pull the whole thing apart again. But I sure got it apart quicker than the first time. I still don't see nothing wrong with the line. But worst comes to worst, we're going to change that bottom line too. Alright, I'll bring it back in a second. I think I'm going to end up pulling the bottom line. Thank God I got some more line. Yeah, that's the only thing I can figure. Either the end of this is clogged, which I can't see it is because I ran the wire into it, or the line's got a hole in it, rubbed through on the bottom of the carburetor. Alright, bring you back in 1 minute if we can get this line off. Alright, we're back. We got it all back together. Put it on the all new lines. All the oil lines will change every single one. Fire this sucker up. Bring you in here, show you that the oiler is working. This line was the one that was here. Here's the new line. So the oil is working. This is old saw. I don't think the oil is too efficient on them. Had a bit. This thing fought. I think it had a stuck check ball in the oiling system. Okay, I took it apart and put it together. Must have took this all apart about 6 or 7 times. I went out and got the impact finally because it was a lot quicker to take it apart and put it back. So anyway, we got it back together and get it back to the guy, and I don't know what he's gonna do with it. You can see it's definitely oiling. See it all on the bench. Anyway, so she's all fixed. Got any information on this video, please like, share, subscribe, make a comment, give me a thumbs up please if you would. All that stuff helps to get my videos out and get shared. Check me out on Facebook and on Instagram. We got pages on both of them. Using Backyard Repair. One of them has no S, so you have to type it in both ways. Anyway, project, funny videos, drift girl, things in nature, screenshots, roadside finds. Got some projects coming up. I think I got a mower, four-wheeler. I'm not sure. I usually don't get the four-wheelers on video too much because they don't fit in the garage too well. Not enough room between the bench and the wall. You know, but we'll try to get some more stuff up on the old YouTube here. So, like I said, go check out both of that, my Instagram and my Facebook. And we're out of here. Peace. Keep grabbing this camera stand by the back and it keeps wanting to fall. Alright, we're out of here.